Why getting rid of your anxiety doesn't work. Now, this may sound a little surprising, but I want to share with you my experience and maybe it'll help. There are a lot of techniques out there, and even I've caught myself trying to share a simple technique for, easing your anxiety. And I'm not saying that these aren't useful. They can be very useful in terms of giving us some temporary relief, which probably many of us are wanting right now. And so there are, grounding practices, breathing practices, meditation, and I tried, 3 years ago after I left my husband, I probably tried everything in the book. I swear I had probably, um, you know, I don't know, 20, 30 things that I had tried to try and ease that anxiety, to try to decrease that discomfort that I was having. And so, but I know that they don't really get to the core of the issue. I think those things are kind of like band-aids, and they can help for a short time. So I definitely don't want to discourage people from not doing those things because they can be helpful. But the core issue is usually something subconscious, something that we're not fully aware of. And so that's why it's so important to begin to start connecting more deeply with our inner selves. And if it were as easy as just, well, let's just think positive and that'll work and we'll just control our thoughts and we'll have happy thoughts and then our depression and anxiety will all be gone. I was talking in a funny voice, but there are millions and millions of people out there suffering from anxiety and depression. And that's not because, it's something easy to overcome. If it were easy to overcome, it wouldn't be a massive problem for our culture today. I was looking up keywords yesterday and depression was like, top of the list, like with 60,000, whatever that number was, but it was a lot. And so I think the question, instead of how can I get rid of my anxiety, is how can I create and cultivate inner peace? So in my journey, it began with loving myself. And as I started to love myself more, I started to, listen as well and take action on what that inner voice was telling me. And as I did that, I began to build that trust, just little by little, step by step, building that inner trust in myself. And we're all, really conditioned out of trusting ourselves, probably as children. And of course, our parents don't mean to do that, but, they're doing it their best that they can. But we lose that connection with our inner selves unless we've been taught to really listen and act on those inner intuitive nudges that we have. And so anxiety is not this bad, evil, terrible thing that we want to get rid of. It's actually it's a message telling us to move, to take action, to speak up, to maybe prepare something or to learn more about it. Or so it's really actually trying to help us. I know it doesn't feel that way at all. I know it feels terrible. But if we try to see it in a way that's not an enemy, as we try to be friendly with everything. So once you start to listen and take some action on these nudges, your anxiety will naturally start to decrease. And it does take time. So please have patience, so much gentleness with this process. And know that peace is your natural state. It really is. I learned from watching children. It really is true. Peace is who we are, peace and joy. So do what you need to do to get that temporary relief today. You know, if it's, you know, walking barefoot in the grass, or taking some deep breaths, or trying a little bit of gratitude practice, whatever works for you. But I also, and even medication, I definitely want to take the shame out of that, because I was on anti-anxiety meds for about 9 months after leaving my ex. I mean, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. But also at the same time, try to start the process of listening. And if you're out of practice, then just go little by little, you know, because it can be hard to just, oh, I'm just going to sit by myself and listen to myself when you have tons of anxiety. So you might, you know, just do it a little bit at a time. You might need a friend to hold your hand as you do it. You might need support as you go there. So building back that trust in yourself. And then when you hear that quiet voice that's nudging you, that's saying, do this or don't do that, start to listen, start to take those just little baby steps, you know? So be really gentle, really kind with yourself. And finally, I want you to know too that it's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, so you're doing all the right things right now, and it takes time. And so please just love yourself, because you're a beautiful human being, no matter what you're feeling right now. So I hope that brought you a little bit of encouragement, or some insights. I am Donna Schuster. I am an empowerment coach and spiritual guide for highly sensitive women. And if you'd like to hear more about this, you can check out my post on my Facebook business page, or you can also find me at boldnessblooming.com. Thanks for watching.